first graders, when you're reading, you're meeting a bunch of characters along the way. And it's kind of like the book character day. When you dressed up like your character, you felt like you really knew them. And as a reader, you're going to learn about your characters while you're reading. You're going to learn about things that they like and things that they don't like. When I read Iris and Walter, I got to know Walter really well as a character. I got to know things that he said and did, who he was, things he liked and didn't like. While I was reading, one thing I learned about Walter is Walter really likes wearing hats. He had one on at school, and he had one on the field trip. Walter always wore a hat. I also learned that Walter really liked coral reefs. In my story, it said Walter had never seen anything as wonderful as the coral reef. Just like I learned about some things that Walter really liked, I learned some things he didn't like. In my bus chapter, Walter said it would be really scary to get lost. So I learned that Walter doesn't like thinking about getting lost. It makes him nervous. As you're reading today, you're going to pick out one of your books and you're going to think about the main character. And you're going to think to yourself, what are some things I'm learning about my main character? You're going to draw a picture of them and you're going to jot down what are some things you learned that your character liked and what are some things your character didn't like. You might need to study the pictures in your book. Like I needed to study the picture to learn that Walter liked hats. And other times you're going to have to study the words in your story. Just like we did on the coral reef page, when I was reading, the words told me he thought that coral reefs were wonderful. Go try this in your own books.